Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Shipyard. I am your host Nitsify, and welcome to the Monster Campaign. Hope everybody's having a good day. If you aren't, don't tell me in the comments because I don't know you. I don't know who you are. But, that is such a weirdly rude thing to start it off with. Either way, Monster Campaign. So in case you don't know, this campaign is all about basically the main character, aka Count Dragos, who was once a magma aura, which was a fire lizard homebrew monster character that we found on, I think it was like some patron, say some Patreon. You can look it up. You can easily find it. Just magma aura, O-R-A. Basically started off with one of those and was evolved due to the help of a certain god. Essentially, his whole thing and plan is to take over the entire island in the name of Count Von and evolving monsters that he recruits in the process. In case you don't remember in the last episode specifically, he basically just kind of did stuff. I don't think there was a lot of, actual combat, if I remember right. You went down to the water ogre, and you talked with them. They issued you a challenge if you wanted to recruit them, and you said you'd come back for them. Besides that, you went down with, a Folosite, a Merkson, and, one of the, Bulyogs. And then, you met up with the, Skibbity, God, dude, my brain's blanking on his name. Sir Festivus! You met with Sir Festivus, who was near the mountain range area, just kind of in the forest on the edge of the mountain, doing the portal thing with the Aberrant Aura. And you kind of just checked in on him. You met up with a Floxern that immediately evolved the second you recruited it and became a man. A man with a great axe. And then on your way back up with just the Floxern himself, because you left the rest of your party behind to take care of Sir Festivus, you ran to the Blizzard Gorilla and the two Soul Broods who were actively fighting. And you managed to not just pacify them, but actually get both of them to work with you.
Hell yeah. This is true. I also was fed a lot of food from the Folosite. I was fed food from the Folosite and the Merkson.
Yeah, you were given the Merkson's eye and the Folosite's just rock crystals in his body. Yeah. And then you were given ramen from the Bulyog. Yeah. And then the Bulyog, if I remember correctly, was the one that shot down a dire pigeon, and you ate the dire pigeon.
Yeah, I ate a dire pigeon, and then I got an orc. So I got, in the span of, I went from having no buffs to I have some buffs.
Dude, listen, your people do be looking out for you. Is that weird thing? You just gotta ask people, they'll probably just go, yeah, sure, here.
This sounds lore accurate to what we're dealing with.
Yep.
But now I have a really stupid ability, a really stupid combo that I think is really funny.
Yeah.
I run away. Someone fucking goes, alright, I'm gonna hit him. I back kick them, but it's a petrifying back kick.
Oh, but of course.
You're now been kicked, and now you're petrified. It's so fucking stupid.
That is pretty stupid, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I just fucking love the idea. Just, you're petrified. Get fucked, nerd. Fucking runs off. So someone's just like, what the fuck?
What do you mean? Type of shit. Yeah, no, that's honestly great.
I also just alright, I finally get any unarmed ability. Cool. I bite somebody. I fire fang them, and I petrify them. So they just get burned, and then they're petrified. So they're just sitting there like, motherfucker, why?
Oh, man. Okay. This is the thing about Count Dragos. If he actually gets the right stuff, he can genuinely end up being terrifying. He just needs the right stuff. That's the thing about him.
I've gotten a lot of, that's cool. If this was a normal campaign, I'd care.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fair. It's fair.
The brave and the frightening.
Yeah.
Both of those, I was in a normal campaign where I was working with others, That'd be good.
Oh yeah.
But in a campaign where I'm just a little menace to society, I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see. But yeah. So you guys can start heading back up. Finally, get your way fully back to base.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So you can get back to base. Not a problem. Not a problem. You can do that. I'll allow
Hell
it.
yeah.
I'll allow it. Oh man. Yeah, so you get back to base. I don't really know if you had anything you planned on doing at the base. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I don't know what your plans are in the slightest. I'm kind of just having to wing this, so.
Yeah, I need to recruit 2 more monsters. That's what
Fair.
That's what I know. I need to recruit 2 more for a level up. That's mainly why.
Yeah, yeah. And that would also get you to your final, like, amount that you can have, right? Because that'll make you get to 20, right? Or are you at near 15? Where are we at for monster amount? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Give me to
8,
20.
9,
but-
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It put me at 20, but I'm not going to evolve all of these. So.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it gets you to the 20. It gets you to the 20. Okay, cool. Rena, don't do that. Don't do that. My cat was like, alright, what if I walk up to you and I put my claw into the bottom of your foot?
Motherfucker.
It wasn't like an aggressive, like, dragging claw or anything. She was just trying to get my attention. But buddy, there's so many other spots that you can tap me with your paw to get my attention. You don't gotta drag your claw very lightly against my foot, out of all places. I gotta walk on that thing, cat.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well.
Yeah? Yeah, what were you thinking?
I don't know. I've
Okay.
gotten. Okay, I'm looking at some of the people that some of the options I have left to go and find.
Yeah.
Also, I guess I'll check around. How's the base looking? That'd be pretty important. I'm also gonna assign this guy to who's. I guess I get to now go see how my buddy's doing as they finally finish their thing. I think.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh yeah, Selena.
Yeah, it's Selena.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. By now
Let's
she
see
would have finally finished.
Yeah. Which means if she's actually done with it, then she would have leveled up. Problem, there went her int.
Yep. I'm gonna be honest. That int kind of went. Whew. Yeah. She had like a 16 in charisma and like a 15 in int. 5 of that int went to her charisma.
Got it.
Yeah. When you get there though, she's asleep. I'm gonna be honest, cause she just got it done. So that'd be the most like, all right, I'm done. Oh, my head feels fuzzy. Bang.
God damn it, Bill. You didn't wait a goddamn second.
Dude, no, like, I'll be real. There's probably that thing, like, Vilma was watching that on, like, her PC at, like, a desk. Like, anybody else that's, like, visited her has always kind of looked at it like, what is that thing that you have over there? Don't worry about it. She was just watching just on one of the 5 monitors, like, okay, and done. Just hits a button.
God damn it. Just hits the space bar like she's running a program.
Yeah. Oh, God, dude. It's so stupid. But yeah, there you go. If I remember correctly, it's called the Bewitching Artillery. She was still level 2, so she didn't even have the actual subclass. I'm actually having to give it to her now. My God, that's so silly. She gets tough, because I'm gonna be real, she would have tough after dealing with all that bullcrap.
So, here's the other thing that she can definitely think about. She have to be level 10 to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's an item called Circlet of Intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
which will let us bypass this whole issue because it gives you 19 and thankfully
Oh yeah.
she can mimic a magic item with that, so that'll be good. We can do that eventually, but for now, I gotta fucking get there.
Oh jeez. Alright, alright. I've given her device option. Because at level 5, they get Vilva's special deflection device. Where they can
Ah,
make a small stylish mechanism that embeds into their skin. They can just ends up looking like a little crystal. And there's 4 places on the body that they can put it, and it'll give different buffs. So she went for the AC. So like her charisma gets added to her AC, so she had to place it like on her like essentially just on like her glutes. But there's one that applies to the cows where it boosts your movement speed and boosts your dex saves by your charisma modifier. If you put it on your chest or like near your chest, it would boost your persuasion, deception modifier by your charisma modifier. So you just boost your like you basically just double the charisma portion of the modifier to persuasion and deception.
neat.
And if you were to place it onto your arm, onto your hand, you gain a boosted unarmed damage that allows you to do a D10 plus charisma modifier using palm strikes to emit force magic within your strikes. And it upgrades like every 5 levels. So like by like
Yeah.
level 20, if you have the hand one, you're doing like 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're doing like 4d10 of just force damage by palm striking somebody.
Yeah, we love that.
Oh yeah, because that's something an artificer should definitely have for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, but yeah, no. So you want to know what's been going on with the actual like base?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna be real. Most just buildings that are needed have been made. There's already
Yeah.
the God, dude, my brain's blinking so fucking hard today. The Druster have fully the Druster and the Ubagabi have fully worked together at this point to get like artillery, like the artillery place built so they can make explosives without damaging the base. They've managed to build watchtowers and actual living quarters. I want to mention, I just want to put it out there. Count Urzog, your Druster, he was gonna like segregate different buildings so each race had like their own spot to live. And like
Yeah.
you saw like it was one of those things where the Latimeria kind of just looked at me and went, "Hey, I hate to tell you, that's how racism starts to build. So maybe we just let everybody kind of just live together. Because there's a thing called segregation, and that's kind of a problem. Maybe don't do that." So Count Urzog kind of had to slightly shift how he was building the buildings. So instead of building massive buildings, one for each race, he actually started building actual homes.
Legendary service. Good job, fucker.
Yeah. It was that weird thing of like the monster went, yeah, I don't want to be near the other monsters. And then the other, literally anyone that had intelligence went, wait, no, that's a problem. That could cause future problems like down the line. Don't do that. For reasons. We know you're a hermit. We get it. But.
He'll work out. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the Latimeria basically, in a weird way, prevented a problem that could have formed in the future. By being like, hey, don't do that. We don't want monsters turning on monsters, because you decided to divide people. So, yeah. But most of the buildings have been built. The walls are fully good. As for, like, the good old Floxerns, they've been keeping watch. They're kind of mainly just up on towers most of the time. The Elfies, they've been helping in the mines by, like, again, just kind of, like, booping booping, rocks that are in the way and just kind of like, ugh. There's like one or two that have been getting used for construction, but most of them have been delegated to the mines now. They kind of help with the gravity problem.
I really
yeah.
want to give them something like evolve them, but also I'm saying like, oh god, I got better options than you.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. The oboes, they have fully made the trench around the entire wall.
God, fuck, that's such a big area. That's already done it. Fucking
Yep.
hell.
Yep. Because there's no longer just 5 of them. The leader...
Wait.
You probably get the idea the leader sent out one of them. So Count Tide sent out one of them to go grab more of them. Because he was like, no, this is taking too long. Oh.
Okay, how many oboes do I have now?
You now have 20.
Oh my god, okay. Yeah, because I was sitting, I was like, motherfucker, it took y'all fucking, like, 7 sessions to make, or like 4 sessions to make one tiny water trench to irrigate. Okay, but the fucking giant ass hole in the ground, y'all get that done in like 30 minutes. Like it's a wrap, and I'm like, what the fuck's the difference? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest, the whole reason is legit because they had more oboes to work with them. Because the leader kind of just has to watch, because he has to supervise their idiocy. So it's that weird thing of like, it was really just 4 of them actually doing digging, while he just had to sit there. Now the difference was that there was 19 of them.
That'd do it.
That big difference, yeah. As for that Mia, I'm be real. I mean, she's just kind of been here. She's helping where she can. Like she's kind of foraging for you guys, but like she's a healer and nobody's injured.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just
yeah.
I feel like half the time she's looking into the mine, like, y'all good? I'm hearing a lot of random explosions.
Oh yeah, no. There's definitely like she keeps mainly an eye on them because she's just like, are you gonna get hurt? Also, weirdly enough, she kind of like lightly keeps an eye out for the people that are forced into the mines, the hostages, because it's the most like, are they okay? Do you need, okay, well, you're getting whipped. It's still gonna hurt, but I can at least make sure you don't die from it. Hey, ease up on that. Ease up on the pickaxe. The fucking Folosite beating the shit out of this satyr. Because he, like, slightly breathed a little bit too much to the left. Like, I'll be real. You're like, wow, that's like really dark. Yeah, you have monsters that are like okay with this sort of thing. It's not exactly a good thing, but it's a thing.
That's fine. It's just it's fine.
Fine. The morals definitely aren't going to be questionable when if they actually manage to make a country. They definitely don't have the possibility of becoming a like nuclear country that might like destroy other countries because they can. Nah, not at all.
What? No, we ain't gonna enslave half the planet.
No, why would that, you know? The Aberrant Aura...
Only a quarter.
As far as you know, Aberrant Aura is in the Aberrant Plain right now. The new Aura Lights that have been working under you, they have been like... You see one of them has been delegated to the mines. One of them's like, alright, I guess I help with this. You see one of them has picked up, like, druidic stuff, so he's been kind of helping with farming. And you, like, which is, like, I'll be honest, that's, like, the most, like, you see, you can see that the Night Vines, aka the Vilvines, they basically have delegated him with specifically water-based plants. So he doesn't actually accidentally, like, burn the more dry crops, like, like wheat. So they've kind of gone, you get to mess with the rice. Also, wear these gloves so you don't burn things by accident. So it's like a
I'm
weird...
gonna be real.
Yeah.
That's a choice, bud.
Yeah.
I feel like Dragos's eye definitely twitches
Uh,
just slightly.
oh yeah.
Seeing that because
But
like you are fire based. Why are you a druid? Whatever.
yeah, but I'll be honest, you also see that dancing beside him is like a little fire spirit. So he might be a circle of wildfire.
Okay, that's fine. I was just fucking.
Yeah.
Woof. All
So
right.
it's that weird thing, like, they just for precautions, they've made him wear an obscene amount of clothing. Like, just like, they probably, you can get the idea, they probably, like, had it reinforced with fire resistance to make sure he doesn't accidentally burn it up. But like, man's wearing like a heavy sweater, a heavy jacket, big scarf, like a massive beanie with like the drawstrings where like there's one on each side, that kind of like dangles around your head like pigtails. That type of beanie. I don't really know what you call those. Like big
Yeah.
baggy clothing, big mittens, like. There's probably more than just one sweater on too. Like, I'm being honest. Like, this is the most like overkill. Like, he is overdressed to a fucking T.
I really hope. I mean, he won't get cold. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no. Like, if anything, he's probably has the best current health out of any of the Orlites here. Like, even compared to yourself, just because he is at peak heat conditions for the mountain area.
Yes.
Oh man.
Luckily, I'm no longer affected by the cold because I have resistance to cold.
Oh yeah. The other two Orlites have been found kind of just doing more like random odd job tasks. Like sometimes you can find one of them currently is just like doing lumberjack work, so he's just cutting down trees with one of the druster and just kind of bringing it back type of thing. You see the Bullyogs have set open a ramen stand. And they're just supplying food of ramen to, like, the people. So when the monsters get hungry, they just go over to the Bullyog and they just grab some food. The Night Vines, I don't feel like it's pretty obvious they're just farming. The Snowtails, they have fully decorated this place at this point. Houndess Helia took full charge. There is actual color in your base.
Whoa, that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, like, it's definitely, like, people look a little bit happier. Like, she went out of her way, right? Because there's also the Merc Seekers. Like, a lot of the Merc Seekers are still at the beach making ships and stuff for you guys. But y'all brought, you guys left 5 Merc Seekers in the dock, in that cave, to set up an actual, like, docking area and make ships. So who knows how many ships you'll have by the end of that. It's a big cave. So there's, weirdly enough, like, enough space probably for, like, 3 ships to be, like, harbored there.
Fuck yeah.
But, like, the other 4, 2 of them being the Count and the Countess, have been kind of helping out. One of them went with you. They're obviously right now with their Festivus. But the other one basically has been just doing create water over and over and over and over. Because he's having to make the water for the trench around the wall.
Oh, this poor bastard. He's really just stuck there.
So there's just this one Merc Seeker, this guy, just standing here. And all you can hear, like, when you were walking up, like, first thing you saw was, like, the massive, like, wall with, like, you know, the phloxins up on top. And you can see in the corner, on one side of the wall, he's slowly making his way towards the gate area. Because you guys have a drawbridge. You can see him, you can just hear him just very quietly, because he's a good distance away, just, gray water, gray water, gray water, gray water, oh my god, great water.
Consider it's just a moat. He probably doesn't even have to move, so he doesn't even get the enjoyment of moving.
Yeah, no, like, I'll be real, he just has a wooden stool that somebody made for him. And it's just like him just sitting there, like, it's like, alright, I gotta wait for my mana to, like, refill. I can't just, you know, just sit there and just let it do its thing. Alright, 6 seconds have passed. Great water! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Create water. 1, 2. He looks so fucking bored. Like,
Dragos 100% looks at that with the look of, oh man, that's doing the God's work, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, honestly, because there is definitely just this thing in the back of his head, like, man, if there was just other, like, magic casters that were just here, you know, like other Mercsen that could just do create water, that'd be a blessing. But the Countess isn't a magic caster, and the Count isn't a magic caster, and the other magic caster's a warlock, so they don't have create water! So this, like, flatulent cleric is just sitting here, it's like, create water.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Fuck my life. Create water. I see you, Beaver. You make a dam, you're gonna fucking die. You wanna go? Like, you see this Beaver staring at him from, like, a bush. Like, do I? Oh, the temptation. The urge.
Dude, I fucking can't. Alright.
Yeah.
Dude, alright, this poor man. Alright, so we got flagellant cleric. Neat.
Yeah.
With apparently the mana so powerful, he can cast create water every other turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I mean, like, it's a cantrip thing, and, like, normal cantrips you can use, like, as a bonus action and an action with the way we run D&D, but, like, out of combat, I'm gonna be real, at that point you're doing, like, 6 seconds, because you're actually taking the time to do it properly. It's not, like, a quick cast. You're not just going, like, oh my god. It's more like a, alright, perfection.
Oh my god.
So it's like he's making slightly more water than what he would if he did it, like, in combat, but it's like, alright, it's like an extra 5 feet of water, but, like, oh my god. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Dude, I fucking, alright, God. Poor man.
I want to mention, like, you get into the place. I will mention that the, you already know that, like, the next thing he does once he gets at most ends, he's got to make lanterns, because the Mercs have those special lanterns they can make. So he gets to make those underwater lanterns by himself, probably, to, to, like,
Brother.
Put in the moat. Because the Count and Countess have to handle other things, so they're not going to deal with that. Because the Countess is also currently making lanterns. She's been here, but she's making them because she's basically helping them set it, like, near, like, the farmland. So, like, there's, like, essentially, like, a giant circular river that basically makes a spiral. So he's made it so that he can plant the wheat in, like, a spiral format with, like, wooden bridges that go around it. And then, like, the water circles to a center area. So the Night Vines have really just put an effort, but she's just making the lanterns. And because these lanterns, the thing about Mercsen lanterns is that they don't light up in air. They have to be underwater. So they have to be submerged. So she's, like, just setting them in, like, the water body source near the farm. Just like, alright, one here, space it out nicely. Alright, here's another one, space it out nicely. Hey, I'm out of iron! Give me iron! The fucking one blacksmith looking at her. Like, I have a fucking list of things. I will get to it when I have the time! Oh.
Dude, this is the most dysfunctional but functional base.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna be real. If Dragos dies, this place is ripping itself apart. They won't even have to do anything.
Dude, no, what will be terrifying is it'll be the most, like, alright, if it happens, either you make a new character, or I roll to see who takes over, and that'll determine how well that goes. Yeah. Because the one person that actually had the brains to possibly pull it off if you died, like, with a guarantee, like the highest chance, is the person who just lost all their int. So now it's like, okay, who's the next best choice?
We need to get her that fucking item. I swear to God.
Yeah, yeah. Headband
But I
of
don't want to
intelligence,
walk.
go. Yeah.
I don't want to fucking walk to a different city. Oh God.
Oh man. But yeah.
I'm also poor, so I can't buy it.
Raid. But yeah, so
I'm
essentially
only level 6.
basically the main idea is the mines, I mean y'all started the mines recently, so they're not gonna be too deep, but they're starting to make some progress on it. They are finding some like light stuff. They're not fighting crazy ores right now because they're not really too far into the actual mine. But like right now the Druster have been given a lot of rock. The Druster and the Ubagabi have been given a lot of rock to build with. So even though they have like the buildings made, they have like a training ground, they have living quarters for people, they have watchtowers, they have the drawbridge. They're making actual roads in this place now. That's what they're using the rock for. So they're making like stone pavement now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
We
they're
got our own
continuing.
little fucking.
Hmm?
We got our own little Havilade of area.
Yeah. I'll let you know, it won't just be like getting kicked up when you walk around like gravel. Because the Ubagabi are using their tar to like... Obviously they can't use a lot of tar every day because eventually that would start killing them. But like, they're just like, every few hours going like, alright, you see this random area that we've dug out with our shovels? Because the oboes are busy doing other stuff? Yeah. Alright, we dug out this area for the road. Now spit some tar on it. And then we'll stick the rock there. And then we gotta wait, because we need it to dry. So it's like, they're... Instead of using cement, they're using, like, tar. And then they're using the fire from their bodies to heat it up so it dries faster. So...
I hate to say it, but that weirdly works.
Yeah.
Like...
It's the most like, alright, we'll put the tar down, the Druster can put the rock down, we'll heat it up, and then we'll do it again.
I hate how functional that is. Like, just, yeah, good job, guys, keep it up. Fucking,
Yeah.
okay.
As for the Latimeria, they've
no.
restored the temple.
Well,
They have... It looks a lot nicer. Like, they have... You can tell they probably grabbed, like, a singular Follicite, a singular Snowtail, which is, I gotta remember the race names. My brain's really just blanking on stuff today. They grabbed a singular Nightvine, a singular Glibblegoo, and a singular Druster. To, like, go, like, alright, all you construction, start building. We're gonna do stuff. And they just had to sit there and go, what the fuck? What is this ragtag?
dude, the Nightvine just sitting there like, what am I to do, huh? What am I?
Yeah.
I am a fucking mushroom.
Yeah, dude, it was the most, like, I'll be honest, like, you're coming in and you're seeing them do the final touches, so you can actually see how they were functioning this. So, you would see as, like, the Nightvine, this druid, sits there, and he's conjured this massive plant that's, like, sprouted from the ground, and you can see the Druster will, like, lift up this massive piece of stone on, like, his shoulder, and, like, him and the Snowtail get up on the plant, and you see the Nightvine raise his hand as the plant goes up, like an elevator.
Oh yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah, as they're lifted up, and you see the like Druster shove the rock into this hole, and you see the Snowtail just go like, all right, and mending, and as she just starts like basically with her mending. She basically makes it to where instead of using like, oh, cement, we'll just like naturally put it in. She just like mends the stone into the wall. So like it just becomes a part of the wall. Like it's like fusing stone to stone essentially. That's basically what she does. Almost like welding. When you weld metal, you can kind of like weld pieces together. It's kind of like that. That's kind of what she just ends up doing. You can also see like the knife vine like on the side while he's been bored. He's just been lifting a different plant for the glibble goo. And you might be wondering, well, what's the glibble goo doing? Do you want to take a guess?
Drinking.
Besides that, there is a barrel of just wine beside it. But, like, besides that...
Making alcohol? I don't know what else they're capable of.
So, yeah, it's that weird thing. You never really brought them around much. You kind of just left them in the basement.
They were like, we're gonna make alcohol. I was like, okay, I keep it up. I guess we'll have Molotovs. Cool. That's useful.
Yeah. So you see the glibble goo, like basically going like he's been lifting them near the windows, like these old windows. Because of how old these windows were, they kind of had to be replaced because they were just brittle. They were like, they just weren't good. So
I think I know what he was doing now.
So like it's like, okay, well the windows we gotta replace them. So they looks like they shattered them, right? And then like replacing the glass, they're like, you know what, glass is too brittle. So they made wooden like poles that go up and down into the area, so it's almost like cell bars when you look out. And then going down and up the these poles are grapevines.
It adds color. There you go.
I mean, added foliage like that. Honestly, it kind of does. It's green and purples onto like this marble building. What was marble? Now it's like a marble / it's like a white and gray now because of the stone that got mixed in and fused with marble. So it's like, alright, it was once this probably, in like its prime, it was probably this pristine white temple. And it has now been reduced down to a white temple that no longer has cracks, but now has random patches of gray. And not even just like a specific gray. It's like different shades of gray, because some stone's darker than others. And like, there's like beautiful, like, you know, like glass that it had. With like some like probably dedication to some type of god. Like different colored stained glass is now just replaced with just wooden bars for grapevines to grow on. Oh.
God, I want this to be known. Dragos is sitting there like, God, I really hope we're not angering a god.
Who knows, man? I mean, like, worst scenario, if you are, Count Von's probably covering for you. Because it's probably the most, like the god looking at, like, who? Oh, it's the temple, the one that isn't being used. What's happening? What the fuck is happening to my temple? Count Von, hey, listen. It's
Let me
funny.
explain. Let me explain.
Let me explain. Yeah.
Hear me out. I just don't feel like they're fixing it, but they're doing it wrong.
Like, they removed, like, the windows that were, like, a big part of my culture. What the fuck? God. Dude, yeah, no.
I really should have eventually looked into whoever the fuck that is. I really should have done that.
Well,
I never...
Yeah, because, like, I mean, you never really looked into it directly, but the Vladimir did say they would try and look into it. It's just that if you asked, it would have become a bigger priority, so they would have been faster about it. So you would have learned way earlier on. But you will be finding out today, actually.
Okay, yeah, no. It's that weird thing about, I was like, I have other problems that are like a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Like getting the base built's kind of important.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. So, actually, funny enough, you would see, but yeah, basically, right before I actually get to that, I basically just boil it down to you for your base. It's gotten massive. You have this massive farm near this lake, and then that lake, like, they made a man-made tunnel, or monster-made tunnel in this case, that, like, basically turns into a giant spiral. So that way y'all just have this, like, massive pond with a farm around it. And then, like, the farm follows the river and, like, makes this, like, spiral pattern. So it's like something you would see in Minecraft, honestly, but they made it work somehow.
I
and-
yeah.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. You
And
can,
also, we now have infinite water because of the poor bastard who gets to cast create water
yeah,
a lot.
yeah. I'm gonna be real, cause like unless y'all start making mechanisms to continuously create like water, like eventually the plants are gonna drink all that water, and like soil will eventually like suck in the water, and that will go away because it's not a natural body source of water. It's kind of just magic water. So it's that weird thing. He's sitting here like I just gotta keep putting this down, huh? Like I'll take a sleep, and even after this is done, I'm gonna have to come back probably a day or two later, and do this again, like.
Luckily, once it's full, it'll be full for a while.
For a
It's still
while,
there.
yeah, and then eventually it'll evaporate.
It'll just act like normal water because it's still water.
yeah. Yeah, but eventually y'all probably want like a better way of sustaining the water. But that's something that you can handle in the future. But yeah, basically massive. You have massive walls. You have a training ground for people if you want to have a person learn a class and they can learn it on the fly. You have your temple that's been discovered. They have the ruin sealed off in case you want it. Because at this point, the Vladimir are like, you know what? We'll just learn what's in there from the Bull Yog. We're not going to try and look into it. Unless, like, you know, Count Dragos is like, look into it. It seems like he's not interested, so we're just going to seal it off for now.
I'm interested. It's just I think he would have expressed it. He's interested in it. He just doesn't want to fuck with it yet because he doesn't want to test their luck, kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, it's valid. It's valid. But yeah, that's
They started that when he was like level 4, and he's like, no,
yeah.
we're not going in there. That's fucking suicide. I'm good.
Oh god. Oh, by the way, the hobgoblins, because it's also a thing. Hobgoblins and the goblins. So they're living outside of the walls. They've set
Yeah.
up their camp right beside your walls, like near the moat. Um, they would inform you like, hey, like the main guy, because I don't think you have a count for the hobgoblins.
Not yet. I didn't.
Yeah.
All I had listed was I have goblins.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, they would inform you, whoever you can pick if you want if you want a countess or a count, and then we'll kind of just tell you from there. Is it a count or a countess? What are we working with here?
We'll have a count because I don't have many of those.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. So you have a count. So you see this count this like count hobgoblin. We'll give him a name later on when you actually like get them a proper class and everything.
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay, this is. Yeah, no, keep going. I just kind of a weird thing of like, how smart are you? That's what Dragos is like looking into right now as he's talking to this guy.
Oh, the hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins are actually kind of intelligent people. Like, actually, it's just like they're literally just supposed to be like smart goblins. That's really what they are.
Okay.
They're basically the inverse of goblins. Goblins are dex and charisma, if I remember right. Hobgoblins are strength and intel. That's their thing. They're also like natural born leaders. They literally have a trait that just allows them to go like, oh, I messed up on a roll, I just re-roll. Like, they just re-roll, or they add, like, is there, like, int or something like that to that. There's something like that. Because, like, the whole thing is, like, well, I don't want to tarnish my... If I mess up, then all the people that follow me and pay attention to me, they're going to think, oh, shit, my leader's incapable, type of thing. So they have, like, an actual, like, trait for that. It's actually really useful.
I think it adds, like, based off a certain number of allies, and I think it caps at, like, a +3.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh,
Which is stupid, but it's there.
It's stupid, but yeah, it is there. Don't worry. If you evolve them, you'll get better hobgoblins and better goblins. I'll be real. It'll only take one evolution to like evolve both of those people. So
Okay, I gotta ask: do the hobgoblins and goblins count as 2 different monsters or one? They're kind of working as one together.
I'm gonna say they probably count as one together because they're like
Okay.
it's like getting like a wombo combo meal. Like, you know, like you order like the combo and it's like, oh my god, I got like 2 things for one. Like that bullshit.
Yeah, no, that was kind of what I was assuming, but I was still sitting
Yeah.
here like, I want to double check that I'm not getting scammed.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're not getting scammed. Yeah, so, God, my brain was blanking. Yeah, so he basically just let you know he plans on building up a wall in front of the wall, so there's even more protection. So his people will probably live in the second wall. It's like some Attack on Titan type of bullcrap.
Dude, dude, they're like self-segregated. That's not.
Yeah, no, I want to let you know. He straight up. He's like, yeah, it's not like it's like I don't want to be near people. It's more of like I want to be like extra defense.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's fair.
That's more what he's like thinking. He's like, don't worry, we'll still go into the area. We're like, if y'all start giving us shit, we will fight back. But like, no, we're just chilling. Like.
Okay, so I gotta ask, how many hobgoblins are there, and how many, like, I guess this is something Dragos would actually answer. How many hobgoblins and how many goblins do we have?
So,
like, active?
Technically, y'all have, like, 2 hobgoblin bases, because you have one in the forest and one here. You have 1 hobgoblin at each base. So there's him at the mountain base, and then there's 1 hobgoblin in the forest base.
Okay.
There's 25 goblins at the mountain base.
Okay.
And there's 17 in the forest base.
Mountain. Okay, I'm actually gonna write this all down because like this is important for me to know.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 1 hobgoblin.
Hobgoblins are rare, so.
Goblins in the forest. I think the one in the forest, actually. I know it's like, oh, it's only 17 right now. I give it a week or 2. And it's gonna be more.
Yeah. It's that weird thing of they've been, like, he actively said before, but, like, they have been trying to evolve the goblins into hobgoblins. It's just that it takes a long time with goblins because of how low their int is naturally. So, and unless every now and then, he was, like, one of the few, like, where there is an exception, where he evolved pretty early on, just because he already had a natural curiosity and intelligence as a goblin. So that's why he evolved so quickly. Like, he evolved before he was fucking 2. So for him, he was just like, he's literally, in a way, he is a prodigy. Like, if he ever gets an actual sheet, he would be given the prodigy feat. So.
Fuck yeah.
That is an actual thing with him. But yeah. They're essentially going to set up, like, like an extra form of defense. Like, some of the goblins will live in, like, the inner walls. Which is kind of, like, his way of being like, alright, just kind of keep that segregation problem from, like, forming. I'm gonna do this. I just prefer to have extra defense.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And his walls will be different, because it won't be stone walls. They're gonna probably go for, like, more, like, wooden spiked fences that are angled. Not pointing straight up, angled. So it's like, alright, you try and climb over. You, like, alright, you get hit from behind, and it shoves you slightly into the spike. You have been impaled. And I know you might go, oh, well, how are they going to attack from behind? You see, they don't need to. The gorilla will.
Oh, buddy.
But yeah.
Alright. Cool. I'm going to... That's good. I'm naming him Count Slag.
Slag. Hell yeah. You got Count Slag.
And Dragos is gonna it's like a duo thing of like he's gonna go up to Countess, oh god, what's her name again?
I believe in you.
Isis.
Yeah.
And ask if they have anything for like runes, like rune magic.
Rune magic?
Or like carved runes. That's kind of what he's like, because he's sitting there going, oh, we need someone to make runes so we can fix that water problem. Because I'm gonna be real, yes, he would acknowledge that water problem is a big problem, and he needs something to do that. And runes are like the easiest way to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's the most, it's like rune, not really rune magic like runic shit, but more like, alright, there's an inscribed rune that's set to do shit over and over again.
Yeah,
Because you can kind of program an inscribed rune. So he's like, alright, we need to get someone to do this, and that hobgoblin looks smart. Do we have anything to get him started, or am I just going to have to tell him to figure it out?
Yeah, I'll be real. I'm looking because I rolled to see if y'all have anybody that even knows anything about runes. 'Cause
Yeah,
a lot of Myriad, they've been working more on like medicines and like like looking into like the histories of certain things, so that way they make sure they're not pissing something off, that sort of stuff.
that's fair.
Um, yeah,
I'm not
uh,
expecting anything. I figured I'd ask.
yeah, no, that was indeed a no. Because
Yeah,
it
no,
was like
okay,
an
cool.
11, and I had like a DC of 16, because runes are kind of more advanced magic. So I was thinking, I'm like, that's a DC 16. Like, yeah.
Alright, cool. He'd be like, alright, and then wander off. Like, Sybil's just like, y'all doing great, good luck. Alright, now to go talk to that hobgoblin again. Come here, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, so you go and you track down the hobgob, you grab him, you're like, yo, what up?
My name is Slag. Alright, so hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I he'd be like, okay, so I have an idea, which is going, dude, it's gonna take a lot for him to figure this out. But similar to the blacksmith, he'll get it eventually.
He'll
Uh,
get it. He'll get it, man. Just give him some time.
yeah. I explained the whole like carving of runes. Just we need someone to do it, and if he does it, and it'd be you're never gonna expect that. That's the way it's gonna like phrase it to him. It's sort of like you're never gonna expect they're climbing a wall and the wall has a rune inscribed for electrocution. Like
Dude, just
it's
a
like
tasing wall.
yeah, it's a wooden wall. What's it gonna do? 4d8 lightning. Oh, oh, I
Jeez.
touched it. What the fuck happened? Why did I... Oh god, I can't breathe. It's just fucking like.
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, no, that's honestly not a bad idea. Yeah, he
Also,
will do what he can to look into it. He'll
yeah,
try.
yeah. It's more like he kind of just puts it like it's similar to the blacksmith. He didn't know anything about it.
Yep. He'll
He'll
figure it out.
he'll figure it out. I also like the idea. It's like oh, you look over. It's like who's the leader of the goblins near the mountains? This fucking rune carver who's like half insane because he's had to figure this shit out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be real. That's not even an easy one either, because that's one of the things where I'm gonna be real. It's like, oh, blacksmithing. Yeah, you can figure it out. And then, like without like any basis. Like if you get the main idea, it can be kind of. I wouldn't say easy, but like it's a little bit more doable. Looking at somebody
Yeah.
and go, hey, figure out how to make not just magical runes, but not just like learn magic, but you gotta learn like advanced magic because it's rune magic. Because that's more out there. So that's one of those things where he has to sit there and go, I better start working on that.
Yeah, no, he'd also express like, hey, don't be afraid to like kind of ask for help from some people. Like they might not know a bunch, but they might be able to get you started. Kind of his whole
Yeah.
thing. Like, go talk to the Ladamiria. I don't know, they know magic. Hysis will help you. Gotta go to Hysis. You're gonna help him.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna if he comes for help, you're gonna help him. Like it's the most like
Dude, oh no, she'll gladly help him. She will gladly help him, Like, he's just gotta put up with, her
her.
tendencies.
He'd warn her like, hey, so slight thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hysis has a tendency to flirt with the other counts. You are a count. Good luck.
Well, I have a way around it. I can just tell her I'm married, because I am.
Congrats. All right, well, I'm just
Thank
off.
you. Him.
I,
You immediately hear, like, as you're running off, you hear from behind, oh, you're married? And just the most, like, the most just despised, like, type of, like, ugh, okay. Right. Well, are you polyamorous?
dude, I'm sitting here and no Dragos would be thinking this. He's like, she cares.
Yeah, listen. She's a Vilva one. She does care. The Vilva monsters do care. It's the non-Vilva monsters that, like, if they are like her, that would go, don't care. Anyways.
Dude.
Because those are the more monsters, if we're being honest. Those are the ones that are going to actually look and go, you know, marriage is just a concept. Because
you couldn't even say that. You couldn't even
Yeah.
keep your shit together.
yeah.
But
it is kind of true though. Like that is just a social concept that has been formed. And I'm gonna be real.
yeah.
A lot of monsters probably would honestly kind of look at that and go,
Not give
"Yeah,
a fuck."
no, it's just a concept." Like, yeah, because they're monsters. Why would they care?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Isis would actually go and talk with you because she was going to tell you about the temple.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So she just kind of pull you aside, just go, "Hey, boss. Hi. So,
Hi.
looked into the temple, got it restored.
Uh-huh.
Right. So you probably want to know who that temple was built for, right?
Yeah, that'd be helpful. That'd
Yeah.
definitely be a good thing to know.
So this will either be really good or really bad, and I don't know which.
That's not a great start, but alright.
Yeah, so, here's the thing. The good thing is that he's evil. Which is good for us, because our God's evil. So maybe he'll align himself happily with us. Bad thing is, if he doesn't like what we've done, he's going to really make sure that we just don't see the end of it. Have you heard of the demon king known as Zorgach? You know, keeper of hell.
Dragos. History. See if that. Alright, yeah, of course that's what Count Vaughn makes sure I remember.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a natural 19, so I'm like, yeah, no, like he looks in the memory bank and it almost slaps him in the face.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, it's like, you're like, I'm gonna try and remember. You just get a jump scare of, like, his face right in your face. It's like, oh my god, oh, what the fuck?
Dude.
You know,
Man.
like, I'll be real, that is a jump scare. That's like a demon with, like, 6 wings and, like, fire for hair.
Oh, man.
Zorgach is an entity. Yeah, she'll just go, yeah, so that's for Zorgach. That's also why I'm going on my way to try and repair it. I'm hoping maybe it'll make him happy. Hopefully. That is the plan. We're already living in it, so we're already pushing our luck. So I'm hoping maybe this will set the tides a little bit on the better side. Count Vaughn is strong, but he's not the keeper of 9 hell strong.
Oh boy, that's definitely a thing. Oh god, no, Dragos is definitely sitting there like this look of, oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'll be real. That is one of those moments where you just kind of have to think, go like, all right, tread carefully.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. He is sitting there with this look of like, oh no! It is just this slow sinking of, oh, that is in fact bad.
Oh god, yeah.
That is not the shit I was hoping to hear. Okay. Oh.
Oh god.
Fucking like, oh no.
But yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you wish to do straight away, or really what your plans are for today.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh god, I really, oh god, I was really not. Oh man, I knew it was gonna be it was gonna be somebody,
Yeah.
and whoever it was probably was like there was a good shot it was gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I really didn't want Keeper of Hell problems though.
Yeah,
It wasn't on my list of to-dos.
That is valid. That is valid. I'll be honest, right? Like, either way, considered as like a pristine white, the chance like temple, because the colors typically matter with the gods. The chances of it being a good one wasn't high because the gods that use pristine white for their temples, not all the times, but they typically do, is Near Malgamy, the god of the sun and celestials, which is like the guy who constantly fucking like vibe checks Count Vaughn for doing shit. Because he is the god of the sun, celestials, and law. So he's that guy. It is also known that Kikis uses pristine white. That would have been the good one. Like Kikis. Jola, the keeper of the seven heavens. Also a terrifying possibility that would have been there. There was Zorgach, which Zorgach, he uses normally a mixture of pristine whites and velvet reds. But most likely if there was velvet reds, it was probably on the interior, but, interior kind of decayed over the years, so. And the one other person that sometimes has pristine white used for their temples is, the goddess of creation, the originator. But again, people literally haven't heard from her since the day she made the world. So it's kind of that weird, like, Those are just normal gods. Like, pristine white temples for eldritch or patrons. Every once in a blue moon, you can find a temple dedicated to the Hell's Cleric. It's very rare, but you do find them sometimes, and he typically gets a pristine white. But, like, eldritch gods, the only eldritch god that really gets a pristine white temple is Scorobus Unix, which is the god of the dead. The eldritch god of the dead, to be more specific.
Yes, that is neat.
But yeah. Oh man.
Boy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we have that. Whoa. Fuck Christ.
Oh man.
That's just.
Dude.
So glad that's a thing. Oh god, fucking damn it.
It's great. It is great. I will mention one last thing. In the temple looks different now. The temple has been changed into multiple things.
Oh, that's not gonna go well.
No, so Hysis made sure they kept the main pew area intact. In fact, she even dedicated a person to become a fucking like priest of Zorga.
Thank God. Oh, thank God.
Like, I don't know whether she told them why, like, is debatable. She most likely just gaslit someone into following Zorgach. Because, you don't want a fake follower. You want an actual follower. So she probably gaslit this, like, singular, Snowtail into being this, like, priest. Like, alright, all fucking hail Zorga. But you can see, like, he's got, like, books. He set up bookshelves. And he set up these, like, red designs of pastry, like, tapestries and that are being hung up on the walls that he's made, like, special designs for Zorgach. Like, he has, like, literal demon worship, like, satanic rituals and stuff in the temple that he's just put onto there for design. He's restored the pews and, like, the main area where you normally preach, where you have that little wooden pedestal, but he's replaced it with some type of, like, dark stone that he probably had, like, the blacksmith make. Which, I'm gonna be honest, the blacksmith probably looked at him like, motherfucker, I'm not a cobbler. I don't know, I'll try. I'll meld it with metal.
Dude, I fucking know how much shade, how many strays this poor fucking blacksmith is catching.
Yeah, but no, because like, if you think about it, it's almost like, alright, you guys don't have a cobbler, you don't have a woodworker, you don't have any of this. You just have a blacksmith. So everybody goes to the blacksmith and expects him to do shit that is not in his expertise. And he has to sit there, stare at the idiots that he has to work with, and go, what do you want from me? But like you can see, like they fully restored this like area. And then when you go into the basement where the Gibblegoos have done. Remember I said they were going to build a basement in the basement?
Yeah.
Oh, they have. Oh, they have. So you go down to like the first bit of the basement and you see all the alcohol, and you see that you can see one of the Gibblegoos have gotten himself a little suit and tie because he probably got one of the snowtails to make him. So you see this tiny little Gibblegoo in a suit and tie standing there at like around just like watching. Like as if he's fucking guarding. Almost like he's pretending to be a bouncer. Just standing there. It's fucking adorable because it's the most like he's standing there like I'm menacing. In reality, it is like inch tall slime blob that has like 5 HP in a dream standing there. Oh.
You know what? He's got more heart than most people in this building.
Oh yeah. And then you see a door that wasn't there. So you open the door and you go further downstairs, and there is a massive bar. You see one of the Gibblegoos have has dedicated himself to becoming a bartender. Like you can see like he's lifting a cup that is bigger than him, like one of those like shakers. I don't know much about bartending, but like those shakers that they do to like shake them, like mix alcohol. You see him like having to two-hand it and just like lift it over his head and like shake his entire body to shake the thing. And like pour the alcohol into like a cup for this other Gibblegoo who like lifts his wine cup that's bigger than him and just like starts sipping it, like both hands on it, so he can make sure he doesn't let go of it so it doesn't break. And you can see off in the corner, in this tiny little like 5x5 area, this tiny little corner is a glass blowing station where a Gibblegoo has learned to make glass so they can make cups for their alcohol.
Oh my god. Fucking men.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah. There you go, man.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh man. I'm so glad I just left them alone and told them to figure it out. Like, I didn't give them any directive, because I was like, I don't know what to do with y'all. I'm just gonna let y'all do what you want to do. Like, you can do whatever.
Yeah, I'll mention, it's weird, because, like, even though you said you weren't gonna evolve them, probably, it looks like one of them has started to mutate. A little. Like, it's not much, but it looks like almost like a natural evolution is forming for these specific, like, monsters. Because, like, you can see, like, one of them looks a little bigger. Like, all of them are, like, normally 1 inch. But there's this one that's, like, 3 inches in height. And, like, it looks like he's starting to become less of a blob and more of, like, an actual body. Like, it's not much. But, like, it's like his body's trying to form into something.
I swear, if this fucker naturally evolves, and that counts.
It won't.
That's funny.
I'll let you know right now. It won't count into your evolution stuff. Because that way it doesn't take up one of your evolution slots.
I love the idea. No, I love the idea of it counting as technically a different monster.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant like, yeah, it just takes up an evolution slot. I was like, why would you want that?
No, like, like, it's technically a different thing.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I really hope that's the count, or count, whatever they are.
Carrot you
that's
never
evolving.
Did you give? Yeah, you did give them a count, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably counts as carrot.
I don't know why. I just thought, dude, I wrote that down. I was like, fuck it, Carrot. It's their name now.
That's
Carrots.
their name.
No one's
Carrot.
taking them seriously.
Meanwhile, they might become the biggest threat if left alone long enough.
That's fine. That's why I want to do that. Because I was like, yeah, if I call for Carrot, everyone's like, oh, it's just going to be a little guy. The little guy.
The little guy in question beats the shit out of you. Oh, God.
Unleash the orbital strike. It's just carrot.
God. It looks like she's losing the spikes on like the back that seems to be going down her. That's typically going down the glibble goo. Because it's almost like as if it's a defense mechanism that they made that isn't needed because it doesn't actually do anything because they're slime. But it looks like she's actually evolving to where like she's lost. She's starting to lose those like spikes. Like they're becoming smaller. So it looks like they're sucking into the body. Yeah.
Cool. I look forward to see what the fuck
Hey, Rena.
happens to her.
Hey, baby. Yeah, man. Rena, you want pets? Come on. Come on. I'll go into cross legs so you can sit on my lap. Rena's very picky. She will not sit on my lap without a blanket, and she will not sit on my lap if I am not cross-legged. But she came up to me. She wants pets, so. But yeah.
Alright. Well, cool.
Now you've got... That's how your base is doing. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave Carrot alone and let them figure it out. They'll be fine. Nothing terrible has ever happened when you leave something alone.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, like, name one time.
Fucking proceeds to name 7.
No. Lies and deceit. Oh, man. Also, I won't lie, I'm on the side of this. I'm also having to set up all of the spells that Selena now has. She has some bullshit. Fair. She has some bullshit. She's got a lot of Vilva spells because she's a Vilva artificer. Oh.
Yeah, that checks.
Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah.
I
think that's all the spells she gets. Yep, that's all of them. Alright. So she can now help in combat if you end up wanting her.
Hell yeah, I might have to bring her just so I know what she can do.
That's valid. That's valid.
Well, I think,
yeah.
I want everyone in the village to get trained up so they're actually ready to go.
Yeah.
I know that I want to... Okay, actually, maybe this next mission isn't the one to bring Selena.
Okay.
Because I want to go and also get the fucking... Wait, no, hold on. There's actually another race I can go get.
Oh?
I can... I'm in a weird spot I'm like, okay, I have things I can go and look for, like creatures I can go and find.
Yeah.
Just so I can get more recruits. And those firebirds, those prideful fucks.
I'll be real, like, they are good monsters, but there's also, like, definitely better monsters that you have available. Like, that's not me trying to metagame or trying to do... That's just more me as a DM going, hey, there's a lot of options. Like, there is an obscene amount of options. Like, you don't have to stick yourself to that if you don't want them. Because you seemed kind of 50-50 on them. And hate for you to grab something you don't actually really care about.
Yeah, it's that weird thing. If I grab them, it's simply so I can evolve. I can get stronger because I recruited them.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Dragos wouldn't end up evolving them, probably.
That's valid.
Well... Okay, well, actually, there's 2 things in caves that I might actually want to go look for, which is the ooze lizard and the floating crystals.
Floating crystals, okay. Rena.
Because...
Goodness gracious, cat. Yeah.
There's also the ooze lizard, because both of those... both those are in caves. One of them does fucking void damage, so that's just good to get.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was the floating crystal. It also has gem manipulation. So, yeah, no, I think I was waiting to get stronger before I went and talked to that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's valid. That is valid.
But if I get both of those, then I'll level up, which will be useful.
True. Okay.
And then I'll probably head down to the shore and grab the fucking Viper Fellas and see what I run into along the way, so I have something else for ocean.
Heck yeah. Alright. So, the Viper Fellas, that, and okay. But I don't have to grab the picture for Viper Fellas because they're actually a drawn image. For the inspiration of that monster that I made way back before we even did the podcast at the time.
Yeah.
So I want to get that one. But it would be good to have. Okay. All right. Cool. So which one are you going for first? Are you going for the cave or are you going for the beach?
I'm gonna go for the cave because it's right there.
Okay. Gotcha. Now keep in mind when you go into a cave, there's just a shot that you just find something that isn't even what you're looking for. There's also that shot, so do keep that in mind.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab. I'm also gonna inform everybody about the fucking thing with fucking Sisyphus. So and I'm gonna have like 2 Latimeria go down and help him.
All right.
Just to keep his ass safe.
So
I don't.
Yeah, Festivus
I
will be
don't.
fine then.
Yeah, I don't trust Aberrant. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I don't fuck with that. I'm keeping the one fucking male alive. Because if he dies, I'm getting executed by a bunch of women.
Or you better find a way to get a new male Latimeria. Otherwise, you might be the prime target of all the flirting.
That can't happen. Keep him alive.
Exactly. Dude, just the most, but there is a worse option. What could be worse than getting executed? They all flirt with only you. Oh. We can't let him die. Don't let him die.
No. Make sure he gets an amulet of vitamin D. Give him the tough feet. I want that fucker impenetrable.
Give him heavy armor. I want him with adamantine from head to toe. Dude, the wizard, like, I won't be able to move. Perfect. Now you can't go to battle.
I want his armor forged out of the heart of a dying star. God damn it.
Dude, the dying star is standing there like, what the fuck did I do?
God.
Oh god, I'm actually having to find this picture because I've got a lot of pictures for monsters since I didn't really know what all you'd want to grab like in this campaign. So I went from a folder to where I had like 40 monster ideas before I made this monster campaign to over 400. Because I wanted to make sure I'd actually have good varieties of different monster ideas for designs and stuff, and yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm actually having to, like, look for this. There's the disturbing lizard. Now, where's Crystal Boy? But yeah, you're heading to the crystals, so you can spend half your day getting down, going down to there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's your party?
Caves.
What's your party, actually?
I'm heading into the caves, so I should probably bring someone who's useful in the caves. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Thalassites do not have anyone to spare.
They do not. However, I can roll to see if any have formed and, like, been gathered within this time. Because every now and then I do just roll to see if any more of the monsters have shown up. Yes, actually. Thalassites.
Oh.
How many have shown up? Damn, okay. So you gain, like, 10 more Thalassites.
That's terrifying. Okay.
Yeah, that mine's about to expand quicker. A lot quicker.
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at like a fall site that's there. And it's the most like Dragos looks like. Oh, it's a fall site. Wait, that's not one I've seen before. Oh, there's new ones. Hey, that one. Yeah, you're with me. I need help. Come here.
Oh god, I gotta make another sheet on the fly. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. No.
Motherfucker, just beating the shit out of you.
Oh man.
Most aggression. Like, brother, you already got 2 of them.
Dude, I fucking love the. Hey, that guy. You're with me. You. Please be one I've already made.
Oh god. Yeah, who are you wanting to bring with you?
I want to bring. Uh, there's the guy, but he's on his way up from the fucking having, or actually no, he'd still be down there with
Yeah, I mean,
He'll
you
be
could
good
just
as Festivus.
yeah, you could either leave him with Festus, or you could just grab him on your way over to the mines. Because I guess another question is, what type of mine are you going to? Because there's mines in like the mountains that you can look for. There's mines in the forest area, and you could find mines like near or not mines, but like or not in mines, but caves. There's abandoned mines in the mountain area. There are also caves in the mountain area. There's caves in the forest, and there's caves in like near the shore area. So you can also technically go into the swamp if you want, but you seem to kind of keep your distance from the swamp for obvious reasons.
Fuck the swamp. I'm just gonna burn it to the ground.
Fair.
I'm gonna be real. There's a good shot when we go to the swamp. I'm like, all right, artillery batteries, open fire. Just a
I cast nuke.
Dude, it's like the forest gets wiped out. The fucking samurai of the goddamn swamp be like, all right, we shall do noble battle. Why is there a whistling sound?
Yeah, dude, one of the fucking like samurai pull a fucking Marvel Rivals type of shit. You know, like when you see people like you'll see like a Magneto do like his like ult, set up his ult, or like an Iron Man set up his ult, and then one person will jump into the ult to take it for everybody. It's just one of those moments where they look up, they're like, all right, I got this. Everyone else, no, don't do it. Don't you fucking... Him leaping to go head on into a nuke.
Problem, that was the first of an entire barrage. Good luck.
Dude,
also with
catapulting, like, fucking samurai into the air.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. Fucking... That also might legit be how, because also wait, if this island's only like 12 miles across, there can't be that many cities.
No,
that's really tiny.
I'm gonna be real. There's like with the non-swamp, the forest one, because there's more forest than swamp. The forest area, there's like 2 towns and then the capital. And then like with the swamp, there's really just the capital. And then, like, a, backwater town.
That's really compressed. It must not be that far away.
Yeah.
That far apart. Because, at least, the way my brain is working is, because typically D&D travel, you can travel, like, 20 miles in a day. So.
Yeah, I'll be honest, though, a lot of stuff here is, like, difficult terrain. So it's like, D&D, you can travel 20 miles a day. Yeah, here you're traveling like 5 miles to 10 miles a day, counting on where you're traveling through. Because the mountains, the reason why it takes you so long is because you're trekking through difficult terrain the entire time. You go through the swamp, difficult terrain. You go through portions of the forest, difficult terrain. Areas of the shore, difficult terrain. Because sand is hard, can be hard, you can't really run that well in. And, you know, that in a way would count as a form of difficult terrain just because you can easily lose your ground, you can easily slip, stuff like that. In the swamp, you've got all the marsh and muck and all that stuff that would slow you down. In the mountains, you have all the snow and you've got incline. In the forest, it's not a flat forest. It has a lot of hill. So you have a lot of incline areas, meaning also gives random areas of difficult movement. That's like the one spot where it's not full difficult movement. It's just like in random spots, so the hills kind of slow you down in random areas. So it's kind of that weird thing of like, the reason why you can't go from one side of the island to the other in a day is really just because, like, you know, it's kind of just overly difficult to move around. But a lot of the people here, they work around how compressed it is by just like how they build their structures. That's kind of how they keep it from being too compressed. So like you would know with the forest, you haven't been to the swamp, so I can't really tell you anything with how the swamp people do their stuff. But with the forest people, their town, one of the towns that you went into, a portion of their area is underground. So, a portion of the town is above, so it doesn't actually look like that big of a town. But then you go underground, and there's the rest of the town.
Okay.
So that's
Neat.
Yeah, it's kind of that weird thing of, in a weird way, living underground is normal in this island. So
Can't wait to burrow my way to people by blowing up the ground.
Yep. Oh man, but yeah. So there's that.
Neat.
So what's your crew?
Well,
You're bringing a Falsite?
I'll bring Falsite, yeah.
You bring in the Countess, or you bring in Comatose?
Who?
Comatose. That's the Falsite that you've been working with. That's with Sir Festivus right now. You never asked for his name. That's just his name.
Okay. I Dragos would have asked. I just fucking blanked.
That's fair.
Fucking names. Oh god. Fuck it, we'll bring Mistus just for the sake of ease.
Alright.
It'll be fine. The minds will figure it out.
Bloodshed.
No, never mind. Stay there.
Nah. Dude. Just with her. Finally, bloodshed. You, never mind her. What the fuck? I was promised blood. I joined because of blood.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We'll get the blood. But right now, my people look like fucking limp noodles that'll get fucking obliterated, and I don't need that.
Dude, the most she looks at you and says skill issue type of shit. Nah.
She would.
She would. She would.
She would. I can go solo the town then. Fucking, I don't know.
Alright, she will.
Actually, no. You sit the fuck down.
Alright, but yeah, who else?
I'm going into a cave, so fucking Falsite. I need 2 people, so I need fuck it. We'll bring a Druster that's similar to Urzog. Just so you don't need another sheet.
Alright, yeah, so you look, you find some other Druster. You could have sworn you haven't really noticed this guy before. He looks weirdly similar to Urzog. The only difference is that he's like 3 inches shorter. And his clothing is a different color.
Yeah, it checks for lizard people.
Yep. Yep. It's not even like much either. Like it's like a slightly darker shaded like robe. Like that's it. Like
got it, bud. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna come help me because I need to go into the mine. I need meat shield.
Yeah. So as you start getting ready to head out for the mines, Bob slimes his way over to you. And
yeah, what's up, Bob?
You see him just kind of give you a thumbs up and hand you a bowl.
I look at the bowl.
Inside the bowl, there is purple slime. You look at it and just go, the people told me you evolve when you eat things. So, slime.
Dude. Mad priest, but go fuck yourself.
Dude, yeah, no, like, he really just heard, he was like, okay, I can help. Let me just tears a chunk of slime out of himself. Here.
Dude, God. Oh, man.
Dude, at least on the bright side, he gave you a spoon.
Oh, God. That is a person. I know Dragos wouldn't give a shit because he's a monster at the end of the day.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
oh, food, cool. I, as a person, am going, I'm a super picky eater, so I'm sitting here like, oh, man. Go fuck yourself, Bob.
We love Bob. He is a huggable bean, but like, oh.
Oh, that's not. No, I don't. Oh, dude, the whole concept of that. I'm looking at that. I'm like, man. I'd say thanks. Look like I'm eating, and then chuck that bitch into the ether. Just, yeah, no, Dragos, he'll eat it. I really hope this doesn't curse me.
Dude, you just become ooze.
Oh. Dude, I swear to God, if there's one debuff locked into this fucking little hidden list,
Could you imagine?
And I roll the one debuff because it's me.
Dude.
I'm waiting for it, but yeah, sure, I eat the fucking ooze.
So,
and I can't Bob. I don't like from Bob. I don't.
yeah. So, okay, so here's the things that they have, right? You can get a +2 to a skill of your choice, because that's how plasmoids don't have a specific like stat. So it's a +2 to a stat of your choice.
Okay.
There's creature type. You could just become ooze.
Brother, I don't. God, I'm gonna roll that. I'm calling it now. I'm gonna roll that, and it's gonna be the one thing I don't want. It's just.
I'd say that if you become ooze, you would get the other trait called amorphous with it, which is where you can just squeeze into a space as narrow as an inch wide. Provided you are wearing and carrying nothing. I just say, nah, you just crush it up and then you just put it back together. You have advantage on ability checks and make you initiate or escape a grapple when you have that. So that's 2 things. You already have a dark vision. I'm gonna be real. If you become an ooze, the whole breath is just gonna come with it. You just don't have to breathe. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna put that as a trait thing. Natural resilience. You could get a resistance to acid and poison damage, and you'd have advantage against saving throws against being poisoned. Shape self. You can reshape your body to give yourself a hand, 1 or 2 arms, 1 or 2 legs, makeshift hands and feet, or you can revert into a limbless blob. Okay, I'm realizing a lot of this is like slime related, but you know what? Shape self, I'd allow it in a flesh form. It's just way more disgusting if it happens.
I don't. God, don't.
Dude, the most like, all right, guys, I need to like, give me a second, guys. I need to do something. It's like, all right, what do you do? I need to get in this area. Oh, that's kind of small. How you gonna fit? You see Count Dragos. You hear the bones begin to crunch, and you just see like him become a blob of flesh as the blob of flesh begins moving.
No. That is going directly under the fucking ooze. That is going into the ooze category.
You sure?
I refuse to deal with that. I will never use it. I will never use that if I don't fucking... I do not want to deal with the mental thought process of I shatter my bones to dust to fit through this 1-inch gap, and then I form back together and then die instantly because of what I did.
Dude, just smells like, alright, your hands are full. You need to grab something. Dang it. Guess I'll give myself a hand. You just hear you shift some of your flesh into a third hand. And it's just, oh god, dude, the fucking, like, sounds of bones and muscles crunching and shifting in the body.
No. No, I have standards, and that far beyonds the line of what I'm willing to even deal with. You can probably go fuck yourself.
Dude, that gives me an idea for a PC I want to do now. I want to be just a cosmic horror. Like, not like a good one, just a one that's just like everything about it is just not okay.
God, fuck off.
Dude,
Fuck all of that.
that's like some weird mix of like, alright, if a flesh golem and a plasmoid has a baby type of shit. Like, oh, okay, I rolled. We got the better ending. You get a +2 to one of your stats.
Oh man, dude, I was sitting there, I was like, I'll take the ooze thing because I get a lot of benefits from that, but also fucking stat buff would be nice.
Dude, I don't know why. I know it's horrendous, but there is a small bit of me that wishes you got the shape self. Oh my god. That is great. Thank you, Bob.
You fucker.
I want to mention, when you eat it, even though you're a monster, even you kind of sit there when you dig into Bob. And that is a way of saying that. When you dig into the slime.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Hate that. Hate that. Hate everything about the way you said that.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck you.
You dig into the slime of Bob. There, that's a bit better. And you like, even for like Count Dragos, you even have that feeling of like, oh my god, I want to spit this out, because it is like this like insanely thick liquid. He did go all of his way to make sure it wasn't like the acidic / like poisonous part of his body. So he made sure he used the like water outer layer, the protective layer of the plasmoid, so that way he wasn't just poisoning you. But you realize, like, when you're biting this, it's like biting an overly thick, like... Have you ever had thick water?
No.
Thick water's disgusting. I can't stand it. It actually makes me vomit when I've tried drinking it the one time I did. It's insanely thick, and like it slowly goes down your throat. It's not like going down your throat quick. It slowly makes its way down your throat. But like, because of the way his slime is, not only is it like slowly going down your throat and like coating your tongue in the process in your throat as it goes down, but it almost like has this like popping feeling. Like when you eat Pop Rocks. Like it's like popping in your throat. It's just unpleasant. But then like his slime is like as sweet as like Skittles. It tastes like Skittles. Like, it's this like mixture of like the taste is nice, but oh my god, the fucking texture. Ugh.
I would jump off of a roof.
Yeah, that's valid. I'm be real, even you Dragos are sitting there like oh fuck. I'll be real. It's like you take a spoonful, it's like, oh, I have to eat more to get the evolution? Fuck. It's just like, alright, 3 more spoonfuls, you finally get the evolution. What are you boosting?
Dex.
Dex.
Cool, I boost my Dex because I need the ability to fight. 'Cause currently, Dragos' ability to fight is trash.
That's honestly valid. That is fair. Oh man.
I was like thinking Dex or Charisma. Just
yeah.
Fucking fuck you, dude.
Thanks, man.
Fuck
Thanks.
you. Fuck you for what you've done.
Oh god. You're welcome, dude. That's what happens when you eat Bob. Dude, he like it was literally the thing of like he means well, but goodness gracious, that viscosity, you know what I'm saying. It's not good.
Fuck yourself.
It's not fun.
You'll promptly fuck yourself.
Oh, dude. Yeah, so you feel your dex begin to boost, and as your dex begins to boost, you feel as the ground begins to shake. And you feel as if the weather itself begins to shift. And at first you sit there and you're like, oh, am I slime? Is that what happened? Did I just become ooze? Like, what's happening here?
Oh.
Oh.
I don't like that.
as you start looking around, because you're on the mountain peak area, you're like near the top of the mountain. You're not at the top, but you're near the top. You can see fairly well the ocean from where you're at. You've always been able to. You guys weirdly have like a really nice oceanic view. You can see that the waves have begun to become almost violent.
Oh no, I think I know
And
what's happening.
you feel as the tremors in the ground become more and more and more aggressive. And you would hear in your head from Count Vaughn, you'd hear him say, grab onto something and get to safety.
Grab out of something, we're fucking good.
As the Druster basically would like grab the smaller races, kind of like, all right, hold on, we're tuckering down, hold up, I'm heavier, I can take more, let me grab the small things, grab the fucking like,
Grab the oboe.
grab the oboe, they're useful, grab the gravity foxes, they're useful, just grab anything small type of thing. You get the feeling, and this is the first time you've ever gotten this feeling, as an alarm begins to go off in your head from Count Vaughn. As you kind of get like a vision thing. Remember I said like, you know, you have like a little bar that you can see, that only you can see from Count Vaughn.
Yeah.
In the right side of your vision, like the right top left, like top right corner of your vision, no matter where you look, it is always there. It's normally not there, but it shows up. A pop-up shows up in bold red letters saying, warning, the black-feathered serpent has awoken.
Son of a bitch.
And then you would get another one that's even more alarming. Warning, the god of the ocean is dead. As the black-feathered serpent has probably awoken, not because the Navy had managed to get it mad enough yet, and it was getting there, but because the god of the ocean, Jaeger, was killed somehow.
It's not.
Yeah. The ground in its tremors. Not on your area, luckily. Because I'm imagining right now you guys are probably on your way out of the base. So you probably just had to call out to the people, and then they just kind of took cover type of thing. So you're probably like near the hobgoblins like area right now. You can see a crack, not on your base, but near your base, begin to form. As the island begins to split in two.
What the fuck?
As you can look from one side of the island, from the side of the shore that you can see, that line is going all the way down to the shore.
What the fuck?
And it seems to go past where you can see, because the mountain range, you can't look to the other side of the ocean because the mountain range is in your way. But it looks like as if the island is beginning to split.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. This would go on for, I'd say, probably an hour before the waves would begin to calm down. And the tremors would stop.
Okay, I think the god of the earth is a little angry. He's a little fucking furious.
Because they were like, I'm gonna be honest, they were the closest friends.
Yeah, that was his best friend. That's dead now. Oh God.
Mm-hmm. And you would
Oh,
feel
this.
yourself not quite literally be teleported away, but brought into Count Von's domain via, like, mentally, essentially.
Ah.
He sits you at the table. He looks not as smug as he typically does. There's
I
actually,
fucking hope not.
yeah, be real, there's a bit of concern on his face. Not something you typically see from the god of the undead.
No. No.
As he would look to you and just go, Count Dragos, how are you doing?
Well, I was doing good.
That is fair, that is fair. So here's the thing. Things have gotten a little bit messy. And it seems that I may be on the chopping block soon.
From who?
One of the gods have finally been pushed over the edge. And he's choosing to retaliate. Sadly enough for me, if he comes for me, and he hates my guts, I don't stand a chance. Near Malgamy has chosen to purify the world, as he has said. If the mortals truly wish to live, then they will learn to live without the gods. That is his belief. He got tired of everybody breaking the rules. From my understanding, he's already on his way to the next god. My time is short. So, it's about time I try to speed up your progress. As he would look to you, and as he gets up from his chair, he would take off the blue ring that he's always worn on, like, his middle finger.
Okay.
And he would walk to you and place it down in front of you. And he would look to you and just go, never take this off. My chances of coming out of this aren't high. And most likely, the monsters, the ones that I wanted to give a good life, I won't be able to do that now. So they'll need you now more than ever. So, you know what to do. You know what to do. Put it on.
I'd put it on.
As you are immediately upon wearing it, endowed with his magic.
Oh!
As you see almost some of his strength begin to leave his body. As you see this man who's already kind of pretty pale, if he could have became any more pale, he would have.
I feel like the glow in his eyes dimmed a bit.
Oh, yes, definitely. He still has 2 of his rings, so he still has some of his power, but it is obvious he just gave you an obscene amount of power. And he would look to you and just go, right, that's the best I can do. I'm going to give my other 2 rings to the 2 people I also trust before he bites the dust. Yeah, it's funny, because I knew eventually my meddling with the mortal plane would eventually come back to bite me, but I didn't expect it to be the god of law himself. To break his own very laws. An interesting world we live in. But don't fret. From my understanding, when he's done, he will just leave the mortal plane. He will leave the entire world and go on his own. So you should be safe.
I think I've adjusted my plans, but I'm going to ensure I take over this island for what we originally planned.
Good. Good. The monsters deserve as much of a chance as any human. Take my mantle. Do what you can.
I plan to.
He'd give you a smile. And he'd kind of bring up a right eyebrow as he kind of looks behind him and just goes, right, well, you should get going. I don't have much time left. As
Alright.
he would snap. And you were back. For everyone else, you never disappeared, but there is now a ring on your finger.
So what does the ring do?
So, you've immediately boosted to level 12.
Oh, dear God.
And there's going to be a bunch of things that you're going to get from this. I haven't gotten everything put down directly straight away. But the things I can tell you that you would get, first of all, you can cast Reawaken Undead. You know the Undead spell, the 3rd level Necromancy spell. I think it's a Reawaken Dead, right? Awaken Dead?
Awaken Dead?
Yeah, Awaken Dead.
Something like that.
You can cast Awaken Dead once a day. You can cast Dance Macabre once a day, which is a 5th level spell, also Necromancy based. You can, on top of that, you have Necrotic Immunity and Radiant Resistance.
Okay, okay, those two I actually need to write down, because the spell things I'm going to probably need an item to be able to do that.
Yeah.
An item that gives me those. Okay, immunity to psychic and not psychic, freaking necrotic.
Yep. Besides that, I'm also typing it out here, so that way I also remember what spells you're going to get from this. On top of that, you realize that you gain an access to hemomancy. He made sure that he actually connected you with a god. A god that will actually be around, because Nier is going around and killing the normal gods, meaning the only ones that will be left are the Eldritch.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to roll and see which god he connected you to. Because there are a few ones that he specifically talked with. Each one of the people that have been bestowed with one of his rings will be given a different god. So, this is for Ragnall, the Eldritch god of wisdom and bloodshed. This is Ordrin, the Eldritch god of spores and disease. This is the Fraud. And this is, hold on, let me grab him, Power, the god of conquest. Hathar, god of the infested Fae. Delmuth, the god of the storm. And probably the weirdest one of the ones, because he's the only one that isn't an actual god of this, but he is kind of his own separate thing. Ivanine, the devil of fate. Okay. You feel like you have gained a connection to... I've actually got to roll because 2 people roll the same thing. Okay. That's an interesting one. Okay. As you feel you get a connection to a god you've never talked to before. As you gain a connection to Ordrin, the eldritch god of spore and disease. So not only do you have hemomancy, but you'll have connections to do shit that is honestly terrifying. Ordrin's the guy that, he'll sick a, if you piss him off, if, a kingdom pisses him off, he will sick a wave of locusts that will haunt the, kingdom for 7 days. That will inflict them with disease and poisons and all sorts of things. That is the type of wrath he's been known to bestow. He's normally a god for evil druids. But he might just give you access to stuff that you wouldn't have access to as an Illrigger. If you actually reach out to him.
Yeah, I will. It's just, I'll be real, even that fucks with Dragos quite a bit because he's just like, oh, no,
Yeah. Yeah,
eh.
it's fair. It's fair. But yeah, that's what's happened. Um this is the beginning of stuff. There's also going to be things that will ripple from this into Ramen Harbor. So this is just the beginning of something big. So
I figured I'm level 12. Jesus. Okay, I
yeah,
have a
you
lot to
doubled in
fucking.
level.
I. Fuck. I don't. Alright, I'll have to sit down and give myself a bunch of abilities, but.
Don't worry, you. This is like unless you probably won't have to do any combat today at the very least, so you should be fine. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm be real. Dragos' goals have slightly changed
that's fair.
because of that. He's gonna honor Vaughn in the only way he would really know how. Um, he's gonna rise to be as powerful as he fucking can.
Okay.
Which means that after he takes over the island, he's like, I'm gonna take over as much as I can and get as many monsters under my rule as possible. And if I have to become the goddamn eldritch god of monsters, I fucking will.
I mean, considering there's not going to be a god for monsters, period, you might just be able to become a normal god. Like, if you can rise to the strength, you might just be able to just take his place.
I don't want to get killed by Nier.
Well, I mean, obviously you'll wait for Nier to leave. You wait for the gods to either kill Nier or for Nier to eventually leave the world. Like, you know. I'm gonna be real. It probably won't. You'll probably know whether or not Nier kills all the gods or if he leaves pretty early on. Like that's not. Because I'm gonna be real. This dude's probably gonna be killing like a god a day, or something of that sort.
Oh god.
Like it's literally just a purge, is what he's doing. Because the gods messed around too much, and he finally said, you know what, fuck it, you don't want to follow the rules, then so will I. And just said...
What
Yeah.
Jaeger do, goddammit?
He started with Jaeger probably because he had the argument with Jaeger. Because
Gotcha.
it's the thing of I never really get to talk about this because there's never really a way to show it, but the gods would have council meetings. Like it was a known thing by the mortals. The gods had council meetings once a month where they would gather together and talk and like figure out what's going on with things. Most likely, Count Nier, or not Count Nier, God, Nier Malgamy probably brought up a lot of things constantly, and most likely Jaeger probably was protecting the others a lot of times because Jaeger was one of the stronger gods. The only gods that rivaled him in strength besides Nier was Lin, because he's the god of Earth and he has to deal with a lot. Koskin, and Orion's nowhere in their league. She's like her own separate league. And like the only other person besides that would have been like Jin and Sin, the gods of the Aberrant Plane. But like literally nobody else even comes close to his strength. So it's that weird thing of like he probably stuck up a lot for the others. And Nier probably just finally said, you know what, fuck it. You're like, he is basically the whole like, guilty by association. And guilty by the fact that you protected what things they were doing that was just wrong.
Oh boy.
Because if I remember correctly, in the original player character, Jaeger, he was a relatively protective person, so it makes sense that he would actually be like, yeah, no. Listen, including with Kikis, because Kikis was like a really close friend of his. And Kikis was constantly breaking rules. He probably didn't protect Count Vaughn as much, but like, every now and then there's probably some times where he was actually like, no, it's fine. Like I'm gonna be honest, Count Dragos was one of them where he was like, no, it's fine. He's bringing in some new people. I know he messed with the normal plane, but he's giving the rise to a whole new plethora of people. Just let it happen, type of thing. So it's that thing of Count Nier finally just said, you know what? We set the laws down, everybody agreed to roll to it, and then nobody's followed it. I'm done. Nier finally snapped.
Fair enough.
So
Can't
yeah.
be mad at him. I mean, I can, but fuck you.
But
I
yeah.
will rise to godhood, you fuck. Because unlike most people, I will have the followers. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a goddamn army at my disposal.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh man. There you go, man. So yeah, I don't know if you want to go to the cave, or if you want to talk with Orodrin, or what do you want to do now, but...
I'm gonna be real, Dragos definitely has like a real, like he's definitely holding back like actual tears, because he's saying like, fuck, a person I actually liked is about to die.
Yeah.
And they just sacrificed their power to make sure I would live. Son of a bitch. He's just...
Yeah,
God.
I'll be honest, there would be like a slight little tap on your shoulder.
Huh?
As behind you is a certain somebody that you know very well. It's Urzog. You'd see him just go, "Hey boss."
Yeah.
You got it too, right? The whole Count Vaughn thing, that whole thing. He's
Yeah.
lightly okay.
He pulled me and talked to me.
Gotcha. So he did it personal with you. With the counts and the countesses, he has contacted us, just letting us know telepathically what was happening. I have an idea. I don't know if it's smart.
What's the idea?
Why don't we kill Nier?
I'm gonna be real, Dragos is sitting there like... It's that look, and you can definitely see Dragos is considering it. He's just like, huh?
I have an idea on how we might be able to make it happen.
Hmm?
Granted, I'm a barbarian, so what do I know, but...
We'll fact check things. Don't worry. But I want to hear it.
Yeah. You would just go... Well, you see, with a mixture of that evolution ability and a little help from a lot of gods, we might be able to make something happen. How many gods do you know of?
I mean, it's Dragos specifically goes, well, I just became aware of... I know the list of the gods we have, and I still have Vaughn's entire library, so I know quite a few of them.
Alright. Because I don't know any.
Dragos would sit there and go, I also now have a connection to a god of disease that Vaughn connected me to.
Oh, okay.
It's an eldritch god, one that Nier can't kill. I will be talking to them shortly, but I'm not against trying to kill a god, but I want to make sure it's not a suicide mission.
Yeah.
But it's not like we have time. Time is not something we have a lot of, and I think Vaughn's next on the chopping block.
You see him kind of stand there and scratch his head. Hey, boss.
Yeah.
What if we do something to draw the attention from Count Vaughn? What if we make a distraction?
What are you thinking?
There's that temple. There's that temple in that town.
Is it near?
It's in that town, that nearby town. That little temple. If we just... Listen, he's already going to be angry.
Dude.
He might be a celestial, but even he doesn't have complete control over his anger. If we destroy his temple, we might just be able to get him to either come directly down, or we at least might be able to get him to lay a day, because he's trying to sort things out for his people. Because reminder, without his people, he has no power. That's how gods work. Boss, let's kill them all.
Dude, Drag sit there goes, prep the troops.
Alright.
We're gonna be paying that town a visit.
Hey, boys! Round them up!
Dude, I'm gonna be real. Dragos is gonna look at the artificers he had for that artillery battery. He was like, if we have anything ready, we've got a day, maybe.
Alright.
Build what you can. We need explosives, and we need lunch and shit. I know I talked about this previously, but I don't know if anything's been made.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, they are going to get on the works immediately to this. You see everybody start kicking into an overdrive as they begin rushing around for this stuff. You see, straight up, like, I'm gonna be straight up on with you here. You see, the Floxers, the ones that are normally on watch, 2 of them stay on watch. Their other, like, 10 that are normally on the walls jump off as they start rushing to set up arrows. Because a lot of them are rangers, because they're the watchouts. So a lot of them start, like, basically going to just craft arrows. You see one of the, like, remember the mechanical man, the mechanical Floxern you had recently that you gained, the one with the mechanical arm? Oh, yeah. Yeah, by the way, have I sent you his image? I haven't gotten to send you his image, because you haven't actually went to go see him. Well, you finally see him running around, so I'll actually show you the image of him.
I wanted to see him, but I got distracted by Giant Monkey.
Yeah, Giant Monkey. Hold on, let me grab his image. Because, like, he's an actual, like, interesting looking character, and I love him to bits. I actually love his design. It fits for his character. He also, I'll be straight up honest, he definitely just stole the clothes off the satyr. So that satyr's probably in the mines naked, which is honestly probably worse. Like, that's how you get disease. Like, straight up.
That's fine. Just don't leave an open wound. Oh yeah, he's got like God, a white. He looks amazing.
Yeah, it's great. He has this like white dress shirt. Hold up, I need to get the image up on OBS. But he has this like white dress shirt, this brown vest that he has on. He has this little tie, like strap tie thing like around his neck as well, popped collar, dark brown leather pants, dark brown leather boots, red fur with a white tipped area around the end of his tail. He even has like a scar going like across his snout, like not like kind of like in between the eyes and the nose essentially. And his right arm is completely mechanical, and he's actually got he actually has a bit of a like muscular build, which he kind of needs for what he does. You can see that he begins building something. Some type of siege weapon. And you see him tell one of the Floxers to start making bolts.
Oh, yay.
He might be making a Hawacha.
Oh, yay, that's the thing that launches a fuck ton of arrows.
Yeah. He's substituting with metal bolts.
Oh, yay.
Don't guess where he got all that metal, because y'all aren't getting a lot of metal from that cave yet. So don't ask where he got it from.
I'm not gonna ask questions.
Yep.
Till after the siege.
Valid. You can see that the night vines are starting to prep, like, I'll be honest, you see them starting to make some type of like bombs. Like, with, like, essentially just medical, like, it's like nature-made bombs, but, like, it's still bombs. Like, Might be like
Yes.
spore bombs, probably. So it's going to act like a poisonous form of like poison, like like a gas bomb of some sort.
Dude,
Basically, everybody's just rushing around setting up preparations now.
Dude, Dragos went from I'm not strong enough to lay siege to a place yet to he's sitting there going, you know what?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna make sure Vaughn gets to see how I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're doing it tomorrow.
By the way, you can evolve 6 things now because, you leveled up 6 times. So please let me know so I can start working on this today.
Alright, my boys, they've waited so long. Ubagabi,
Okay,
you're
so
getting evolved.
Ubagabi. Okay, you have 5 more. They're also the soul broods have made it into the town by now, and they're just looking around like, what the fuck is happening? There's like a pack of 7.
Oh, I got 7 now. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Soul broods are one of the tougher monsters I've got, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're getting evolved.
Okay. Soul broods. God, it's a terrifying Lupin.
Bullywog.
Bullyog. God, dude, that's such a funny fucking monster. I love it. Okay, so they get evolved. Okay.
Dude, I'm just picturing, I feel like anyone who looks at this, it's just the most, like, fucking Warhammer-esque just build motherfuckers we
Build.
see tomorrow.
Bill, motherfuckers, Bill! Yeah.
Dude!
I mean, if you
Oh, no!
if you want a good base of ground people, like, the oboes could be useful, but that's up to you.
I got 3 more. Okay, I got a question. If I evolve the Blizzard Gorilla, will he become less violent?
He probably would become less violent, but you only have 1.
I only need 1.
Instead of thinking of like he'd probably become a lot more understanding of things. Like the whole like mild territory thing probably would escape from him because he's no longer a proper monster. So
Well, then I could treat him like he's not fucking expendable.
yeah,
But I only have 1.
you only have 1. They're really hard to find. Like there has to be some others on the island. You could send him off to try and find his others because it's those things like they just gotta find each other. Because they typically just don't live near each other. Like, I've already told you how they work, like, living and breeding wise and how all that goes. I've told you about that, but, yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to find others if you want that.
I think I will.
Okay.
I might need that, but
So, Blizzard Gorilla.
because I like the Blizzard Gorilla, and having Big Monkey Person that as a race is kind of cool.
Yeah, it gives you, like, more options besides just, Hadizes.
Yeah, I think I won't evolve him yet, so he has a better chance of talking to the others.
That's fair. So you evolve
But-
them when they get back, type of thing.
Yeah, no, because I'm a storehouse his evolution,
Yeah.
so I've only got 2 left.
That's valid. That's valid. I want to also let you know the way he's going to have to try and convince people is so different compared to how you've done normal monsters. Because the way they typically assert dominance over the other one is they beat the shit out of each other until one of them stands down.
It's fine.
So it's just going to be a
Fine.
roll to see if he wins his fights.
I need him to win.
Yeah. I'll be real. There's like when you're like, all right, I'm gonna go send him. You see like Mia go, I got you, boss. I'll keep him alive. She just slinks off.
Goodbye, Mia. You would
Bye.
be useful, but also...
If
yeah,
you
that's
need
fair.
me over here, I can help. It's just like I'll heal him so that way when he's going to fights, he's not entering the next fight at like half health or something.
No, that'd be good. Go help him.
Okay.
I 100% imagine that was a shouted conversation.
Oh, definitely.
That-
Like, she's, like, still trying to walk away because she knows it's urgent. So she's like, I gotta go before that fucking gorilla books it. Because that thing's faster than me.
Go get on his back, please.
Yeah, no, because those
Run,
things move
bitch,
at, like, I
run.
think the Blizzard Gorilla, if I remember correctly, has a movement speed of 50 feet. Because it's
Run,
big.
bitch, run.
Yeah, yo, run, bitch, runs, right. Yeah, so what's the two others? The other options you have right now are Glibblegoos, Elfies, Obol, Aberrant, what do you call it? Aberrant Auras, which they have gotten back. Actually, I want to mention he was showing up as like you started putting out this order. So there is now 4 of these things.
You know what? Better than nothing. You tried, bud.
It's that thing of like, unlike a lot of auras where they actually live in packs, they're like one of the only auras that don't. They live like in solitaire.
Okay, so I want to evolve the oboes because they've been loyal.
Okay, oboe is actually really useful. Okay.
And now now it's this thing of he would sit there and go, Elfies? Dude, because I know I'm going to get a level pretty fast after that first city.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably going to get a level up after that. At least one, hopefully.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there like, Elfies or the aberrant auras, which would be better? That's kind of what he's sitting there.
Here's what I'll tell you. The Elfies, the like main common ones, like normal Elfie troops that aren't like the Count, because the Counts always get like their own special things. So obviously you get a pick and all that. The normal Elfies would basically become Gravity Knights. Gravity Knights and Gravity Paladins. So their whole thing is like they'd be constantly shifting the gravity around them. So they might make it easier if you want to like jump over walls, or if they weirdly enough, crowd control is kind of good with them because they can like just increase the gravity and shove like a bunch of people around them just onto the ground type of thing. The aberrant auras, you're looking more at like probably like aberrant mind sorcerers. You're looking at like more magic casters. You're looking at more of like aberrant sorcerers. Some of them might just be warlocks of like some of them might just make like pacts with random like patrons and gods and stuff. So some of them might be more of like warlocks. You're gonna get more casters rather than marshals with them.
Man. Come here, dragons. I'm gonna be getting y'all soon.
Dude, dragons, those are gonna be fucking terrifying siege weapons.
Yeah, no, I'm ocean dragon might be my bitch soon because I'm like, you work for me, please. I need you. Thanks.
Ocean dragon, you work for me. You get all the wine you want, the Gibblegoose, at a price. No, don't charge the fucking dragon. But yeah.
I also I'm sitting here also I want the goblins to get evolved, but I'm gonna leave the goblins alone for this raid.
That's valid.
Because I need more goblins.
I get it, man. Oh,
it's
man.
like a fucking strategic. I'm gonna leave them because if I leave them next week, there might be like 40 instead of 25.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, granted, may I remind you, when you evolve things, they'll evolve even after they like appear into this.
Yeah,
because like you remember, you got the Floxners, and then you recruit when it evolved immediately, so you won't have to worry about that being a problem at least.
Yeah.
So what's this last evolution you're picking?
I know, because I gotta pick, because I'm literally sitting here like. Aberrant auras, Elfies, or goblins?
Yeah.
You know what, actually? I think the goblins might be better.
Okay.
Oh, God, fuck, dude, this is such a weird, God.
And goblins. Okay.
Yeah, fuck
so,
it, I'll do the goblins. Because that's the most numerical buff.
So Ubagabi, Soulbroods, Bullyogs, Blizzard Gorillas, Oboes, and Goblins evolve.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright. Alright.
But the gorilla won't evolve until he gets back.
Yep. Oh man, right. I'll roll his fights off screen, but that is probably where we'll end off as you guys begin setting things up, getting ready for basically an all-out war now. As the sieges
This
will
island's
begin.
mine.
Oh yeah. All right. This is where we're gonna end it off. This is great. You get a bunch of buffs I get to start setting up now for you and all that, so that'll be fun. Okay, cool. We are gonna say sayonara. Thank you guys for watching this episode. You can find more of the Monster Campaign up on the Lost Shipyard or up on Lost River Tavern up on Spotify. You can find some other campaigns over here on the Lost Shipyard too, and you can find all of ours from both channels up on the Spotify, obviously. But right now we have the Duped campaign, if you want to go check that out, Amnesia campaign, some other stuff like that. We have the Sanity campaign, it was just a mini campaign, just 40 plus episodes. We also have up on the Lost Harbor Tavern on our main channel, we have the Rum and Harbor campaign, Brothel campaign, Hidden Garden campaign, one-shots, YouTube shorts, and some other shit. Thank you guys for loving this episode, and don't forget to like, leave a comment, maybe leave us a heart emoji, maybe give us a hug on a Tuesday morning, and see ya. Bye. Mwah. You gotta say bye, or like, do I do that?
See ya,
Okay,
man.
yeah.